Hello, it's BrickBot, and I'm so not getting all 12 of these reviews out in time for the new Metal Cardbots season. So I'm just slowly getting there, but I finally went ahead and ordered 2 more of the Metal Cardbots I haven't reviewed yet. But not just the Korean releases, because just like Bluecop, I'm going for the Chinese versions here. Because Fleta Z actually has green, show accurate green gem and the green eyes and the green metal card. The Korean one was just blue, all that was blue for some reason. Like a running change. But yeah, but this is show accurate green. And I'm here to show you the box, just how much bigger oversized this is for a pretty big jet spot, because you have to show both sides of the card. And honestly, if I want these boxes to not get all scrunched and crunched, I would have to order them from the Korean shopping sites. They always pack their boxes in neat actual boxes. And then AliExpress, they just pack them in, you know, the flimsiness, and they just let them get squished. I spent a couple more dollars just to hold on to this thing that really takes up space. But on the Korean websites, I do not want to deal with those markups. Yeah, so in China, these toys are distributed by Jumpgo. Also behind Samji's Mini Force, who also distributes Samji's Mini Force. Okay, let's just open June's side of this pretty big box. And this is a pretty fluorescent orange bottom. Yep, totally squished plastic. But more show accurate green. This would be a good backdrop if it wasn't all squished. Nice Metal Cardbot logo here. And while I was at it, I also just ordered all of the aerial Metal Cardbots. As with the Chinese release of Shadow's Axe. Because he has the superior deca with little pupils. He actually has painted pupils and green eyes instead of the flat gold eyes. Yep, so now I have the 3 Chinese Cardbots that have significant deco changes. Yeah, so I can attest the plastic quality on the Chinese Metal Cardbots is just as good as the Korean version. I guess they have the same factory. And of course, the main significant difference between the original and Korean, it has green instead of blue. Like the green tummy gem and the green eyes. Of course, without pupils. Still has blue forehead, eagle figurehead, blue eyes though, so that they picked out different color for that instead of like the same color, or just made these eyes green is something. Yeah, overall, yeah, very nice striking plain bot with like very luscious black and gold, like the gold trim here. And the red, the inner robot red. Yeah, it's a very eagly birdie chest thing that reminds me of... Yeah, it's a very nice avian theme going with this, yeah, big old airliner Metal Cardbot. Might be a bit harder to make direct box art comparisons with these squished box, but biggest difference between the animation model is like, yeah, basically a thicker torso, 2 sets of green on the pelvis, and actual shoulders instead of just the typical turbines mounted onto plain wings. I mean, yeah, those are proper shoulders. Yeah, that's a bit of a letdown, and also because of that, he can't really angle his wings. His wings are always laid out like this, when in the animation model, he could kind of, you know, just fold them on his back like a little cape. That's kind of cute and very compact, so disappointing they couldn't work that out in there. You know, the hollow undersides of connecting bits are a bit ugly, but at least they painted the inside with gold. Also, this Chinese version has black knee and elbow joints instead of the bright orange the Korean one has, which does make it blend in much better, and not just like look like it's just functional joints. Are those unpaintable plastic? I guess the orange elbows are a bit more show accurate, but not so much the black knees, but I prefer black overall. His standard weapon is a big chunk of his upper fuselage, his upper airplane roof, that forms a sword, some sort of little blunt sword thing. Bit oddly curved in there. Yeah, double-sided, double-tipped. I guess these could also be scissors blades. You go to hand. They are bigger than 5mm, just about a few millimeters so. And the signature metal card, the Chinese version with the Chinese letters, in green. Very nice bright green. Like Lego bright green. Instead of the blue, just a clear blue on the Korean release. Though, in the show, I think it's more of an in-between of here. This might be a little too green, or a little too blue for the other side, but I guess I'd rather take the green than the blue. Yeah, nice eagle figurehead right on the bow here. Also reminds me of Dagwon. Of course, no bowstring. It's kind of hard to put a bowstring on there. Yeah, you could put that on the other hand, so yes. Double-armed. Yeah, you know, the green also goes well with the red. Also has a little arrowhead. Oh, these are nice ratcheties too, so I guess this could also be a little snipping claw for melee. Articulation is pretty good, you know, boss socketed head. Bicep ratchet shoulders. And a full elbow bend thanks to this type of elbow joint. And a lower arm bend, so that's a double bicep bend and a forward elbow bend. Forward shoulder bend and back shoulder bend, so at least full forward and back. Yeah, so you can do this. Very nice. Rotating ratcheted shoulder turbines. Waist swivel, almost. Up here, just need to readjust this. Yeah, I guess the back skirt kind of gets in the way. But he has some waist swivel, the locking waist swivel. Nice skirt flaps that let the pretty short legs go all the way out. And in, and forward and back. And then, no thigh swivels, but the lower leg swivel for transformation. And I guess this is an awkward ankle tilt. Yeah, so pretty great arm articulation. For the transformation, yeah, these are spring-loaded and pulled. They're like spring-pulled as you turn these 180 and they automatically collapse in. Yeah, I guess this fuselage area, just make sure to get those legs out of the way as you, I guess, rotate this waist 90 degrees and then lock that in and then turn the rest of the waist. Yeah, and then turn these legs, the lower legs 180, and then turn those around and then click those in. Then fold in feet, flip up tail fin, flip out side tail fin, close the hatches. Okay, there was no need to turn the waist swivel here. What was I thinking? Just felt good to use a waist swivel in transformation, even though that's not really used unless you want to just do a fancy 360 style. Plain arms and landing gear. Yeah, so I think they're a double flap, so you can go for either or the flaps. So yeah, turn his fist into turbine jets and then just double bend all those joints and then put them in little holes. It's one of those Transformer toys where you need to have the accessory to fill in the crucial gap. Rounded hinge joints toward the feet, round joints. So Fleta Z is a big old jumbo jet that's either the passenger plane or a cargo plane. Yeah, with a very avian beak-looking thing. Like, he even has the same logo, like, raised on the side here. Just this side, not on this side. And the Chinese version has the proper painted green eyes and unpainted actual windows, which are painted on the Korean version, but are left unpainted here because this is more show accurate. Plus, it lets the eyes pop out more, I guess. Maybe those extra windows would have been distracting. Yeah, very Power Ranger Engine 4 style plane. Little boopy nose. And big old turbines. I suppose these are the windows. And then some landing gear here. Landing gear. 2 real ones, 4 fake ones. Rolls pretty well. It's also funny to think, you know, there's even some hydraulic pistons here right next to the transformational hatch doors. Yeah, these are flaps for the transformation, but they do look like they're extra folding flaps for the cargo bay. You can put all sort of tiny stuff in here, then have it drop out here like a drop bomber. And then to address this thing, yeah, it's a very chubby proportioned jet plane. Very wide, very short. Especially compared to his animation model, which looks like a properly proportioned. Yeah, so that's a significant difference. Like, usually the robot mode is the one that's most affected, but the vehicle mode is just really kiddified. Slightly disappointing we didn't get a longer, sleeker jet. We don't get airliner transformers very much often these days. Oh yeah, just like Wild Guardy, he's one of the few Metal Cardbots that has his standard weapon and metal card weapon that can combine. I guess this is a sword bow, or just a bow that can shoot his sword. Yeah, so coincidentally, yeah, this hole is left in the vehicle mode, like... Yeah, that's a bit ugly just to have the handle sticking up right like that, but at least you can mount the card weapon on here, so you can have a upward winged plane with an extra energy bow right on top for offense. One of the few card bots with the card storage. Yeah, because... Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, not with the actual card, just the card weapon. And if it works, you can do it like this. Yeah, so Fleta Z is a pretty good plane transformer, but yeah, I guess the little chibi jet mode, the chubby jet mode might not do it for you, so... Otherwise, it's pretty good. Maybe just keep this thing in robot mode. And I guess you'd like the Dogwan homage, if you just like big black planes. And then of course, I guess the original Korean blue was okay, but yeah, I would definitely go over the green one if that's still available. I don't know what sort of running change they went with the animation to have like greenish in the show, but then actually blue in the toy. Probably much like the eyes. You know, it's still quite amazing that these leader height Metal Cardbots, I guess these two are in this size class, are basically the same price as a deluxe. Really. Slightly cheaper than a deluxe at full retail. But the Chinese retail price was more than a deluxe, so that checks out in China. And I'm not exactly sure what makes them slightly less than Tobot quality. But anyway, they're really good because I did not expect Fleta Z to be the very first Metal Cardbot to sell out at general retails. I completely missed that somehow. So these 3 Metal Cardbots are the only Chinese versions you want to get over the Korean ones if you're living in Korea, just shipping them over because slightly better plastic and paint, that's more show accurate. But for heavy iron, you'd want to go for the original Korean version than the Chinese version for show accuracy, since the Chinese version goes with darker clear blue plastic. Unless you don't care about show accuracy, of course, you just care about the big Optimus Prime alike. As for the rest, you can go for either or, since they're basically the same. Although for overseas collectors, it's a no-brainer, just go for the Chinese ones because free shipping. Next!